Good morning to you, St. Lucia. Thank you so much for tuning in to the National Television Network. I am Lucia Joseph. On Thursday, it is the 23rd of September 2021. For those of you on shore, those of you offshore in the wider world, thank you so much for being with us. Lots of information on this morning update. I'm always alongside Homer DeMark. Good morning, Homer.
Hi, Lisa. Good morning. I realized yesterday, Monday, we talked about tuning in. Today we made it happen.
What happened? I
don't know what's going on.
I used to be the subject of an investigation. But it's always good to walk in and be able to, we're on the same color. We're not. That's fine.
Yes.
But I'm not saying lots of information to share. Of course, we'll be sharing where individuals can get vaccinated. We have numbers that came overnight. There's a major program that's going to be launched on Friday, tomorrow, in the education sector. So that's interesting. And we always need to be able to be at the cutting edge when it comes to education.
Indeed.
So that's going to help us get there. Assistive devices being given to our students with special needs. Very good. To the Taiwan Technical Mission continuing to do good work with St. Lucia in the agriculture sector. And then later on, we'll be sharing the remarks of the Assistant Director General for the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO. And he made some... I don't necessarily believe that they were so jarring, but certainly what it did was open up the eyes. I listened to the address and I was like, so an aha moment went on, the light bulb went off, and then you begin to think differently. And I hope that when you receive the information that you too will be thinking differently. Think about our food security system in a completely different way, and have some conversation about that after we air that video. And of course, great news down in Castries Southeast. Constituency council members sworn in. So we have all of that for you. But first, Homer, bring us up to speed on what's happening.
Sure.
COVID related.
Sure, Lisa, no problem. Yesterday, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs did report a total of 125 new cases from a sample of 88, bringing the positivity rate to that is a positivity rate of 32.2%. The samples, of course, were processed at the Ezra Long Laboratory. These new cases bring our total number of diagnosed entry to 10,852. And the Ministry of Health yesterday also reported one death. That brings our total number of deaths in country to 126, and our total number of COVID-19 related deaths to 43. Confirmation of 66 individuals recovering from COVID-19, which is always good news. Our total number of active cases in country to date is 2,240. If you're looking to get vaccinated today, you can head over to the VA for RC Parish Hall. Vaccination is taking place there, as well as People's Discount Drugstore on St. Louis Street by appointment only from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that is statistics on the COVID front, Lisa.
And just one of the COVID related coming in from Nemo. Nemo's had called to issue a statement regarding the use of the curfew passes, and Nemo has said that it has been brought to its attention that in some cases the passes are being used for purposes other than for which they were issued, and to reminding pass holders the use of the passes other than the purpose for which they were issued represent a violation of the curfew laws of St. Lucia, and such a violation may result in passes being cancelled. And the police were advised to ensure strict compliance with the passes and to confiscate passes which are used other than the specified purpose. Additionally, the police may also exercise their duty to take any other action which they deem necessary against individuals who violate the code. And so NEMO is asking for the cooperation of all of us as we navigate through this difficult period with COVID-19. So don't abuse the passes. If you're not supposed to be out, don't flash the pass and say that's in it so that you can get to work. Or, let's not do that. Let's try to continue to be as responsible as possible and do the right thing. Now, and speaking about doing the right thing, being responsible and also being brothers keep over in Castries Southeast, the constituency council, the members there, the new members have been sworn in, and they have been given specific mandate to ensure that the lives of the constituents, residents, improve. Let's take in some of the highlights from that swearing-in ceremony.
Of course, this one is my first ceremony as minister as it relates to business, and this is very symbolical and very, very important, because the council, as it's established and as it's governed by an act, really is the bedrock of community development. It is purposely designed so that we can empower people. It is set up that we can achieve the equitable distribution of the goods and services throughout our constituency. In considering the council, whereas the act speaks of no less than 9 but no more than 15, and previously there were 9 members to form the council, I went a little beyond, because Castries South is being the second largest constituency, and there are so many hamlets and settlements or communities within Castries Southeast. I try my best to ensure that we had persons from the Mon, our chairperson, from therefore a councillor in the person of Joycelyn Daniel. We also have from Bel Air, Chrissy, Ms. Siwa from Forestier. We also have persons represented from Mac, from Badney, Ms. Benedicta Frederick. And some of them, Mr. Ambrose is there, Goodlands is represented. And you would discover that the councillors may find in themselves they are not strangers, but you all belong to Castries Southeast and would have served in time past in one way or the other. So these persons who would be standing before you to take an oath to lead in terms of empowering our people are from the various parts, communities of Castries Southeast, but also with a history of serving people themselves.
Today we are installing a local government. You all will be the government of Castries Southeast. You all have to be a government of a difference. You have to be a government of the people. You have to be a government that listens to the people, and you have to be a government that delivers for the people. What I exhort you not to do is to take your own fanciful ideas and impose on the people. That does not work. One may say I am popular in Castries Central. It is because when I say I'm building a highway there, they say, no boss, we want no highway, we want a footpath. I will listen to their voices. The voices of the people should be the driving force behind you to cause you to deliver on what they want, not what you want. Because you see, sometimes as politicians, we believe that some kind of grandiose structure will fare well in a given constituency, and no sooner than it is built, it is left in a state of abandonment. However, if the people are involved and the ideas are what you abide by, it would be used relentlessly. The voices of the people is what is important. We have to change the practice of being there for some and not for all. That practice must be changed. Politics is divisive, we know. We will come at each other. But when the voices of the majority have been heard, we need to deliver to the majority, not to a few as was being done. I go the length and breadth of St. Lucia, and I've done it before, and I would still have to do it this time around, to address newly appointed councillors. One of the things I urge them to do is to put together a research team. Folks, there are hundreds of millions of dollars out there from donor agencies. It is not far-fetched. Look for it and get it. It will be delivered to you, because you know what? You represent government.
I, Francisca Thomas, having been duly appointed to the office of councillor,
I, Giselle C. Fontenelle,
having been duly appointed
to the office of councillor
for the Castries South East Constituency Council,
having been duly appointed
to the office of councillor
to the office of councillor
for the Castries South East Constituency Council, pursuant to Part 2, Section 5
Section 5
of the Constituency Council Act, Number 1 of 2012. I, Joycelyn Francois Daniel, having been appointed as a councillor for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Kisera Sewa, having been duly appointed to the office of councillor, I, Chantal C. Paul Olivier, having been appointed as a councillor for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Lance N. Octave, having been duly appointed to the office of councillor for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Michael E. Daisy, having been duly appointed to the office of councillor for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Tennyson D. Edmonds, having been duly appointed to the office of councillor for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Ambrose Adol, having been duly appointed to the office of Deputy Chairperson for the Castries South East Constituency Council, I, Mario Boyce, having been duly appointed to the office of person for the Castries South East Constituency Council, pursuant to Part 2, Section 5 of the Constituency Council Act, Number 1 of 2012, do hereby affirm that I will duly and faithfully fulfill the duties of such office without fear or favor